I know I've been reviewing some more popular releases lately, but I thought we could take a step back and take a look at a game that I've had sitting in my backlog for quite some time. Ministry of Broadcast is a single-player 2D platforming game where you compete as a contestant on a life-or-death Squid Games-esque game show. You're tasked with advancing in a series of strange arenas over several in-game days. This may seem like a straightforward concept, and it is, but the setting and style of the game is not something you see often. It takes place in a dystopian past, heavily inspired by 1980s Berlin and George Orwell's famous 1984 novel. For most of the game, you are never quite sure if the main character is a willing contestant on this show, or more so a prisoner of the government being forced to compete in life or death games to see his family again. This unusual dynamic keeps the game entertaining throughout and is presented in a tongue-in-cheek manner with a ton of sarcasm and dark humor throughout. The story and sense of discovery throughout the game is presented through the lens of your naive character. He never seems to fully grasp the severity of the situation he's in. For example, the game consistently has you sacrificing other contestants to solve puzzles, like early on using them as a human bridge to cross a spike trap. He's just kind of happy to complete the puzzle and move on, instead of really realizing what just happened. As morbid as that sounds, it's presented lightly with constant sarcastic quips from other characters. There's even a crow that mocks every one of your own deaths in a similar tone. From start to finish, the absurdity of these challenges hold your attention, mixing in medium-weight puzzles along the way. The highlight of the game is the physical setting in which you find yourself in, so credit to the developers for a cohesive sense of writing, art, and game direction. The only slight gripe I have with Ministry of Broadcast comes with some of the platforming itself. I get that the game is set up trial and error style with a lot of humor coming from in-game deaths, but no amount of clever writing and art can hide the somewhat clunky controls can be occasionally frustrating. For example, jumping is unidirectional, so often you will perhaps unfairly misjudge a jump through no real fault of your own. If you're someone that gets frustrated easily or lacks a little bit of patience, then be careful with this game. It never, for me, gets even close to the point of true frustration, but that's mostly due to the cleverness of level design and the consistently dark yet funny situations you find yourself in throughout the game. I'm a bit disappointed in myself that I waited so long to play Ministry of Broadcast. While not a perfect experience gameplay-wise, I still found it to accomplish exactly what it set out to do. The overall game direction is consistent and unique, striking a weird balance of dark humor that is not something you see too often in video games. If you don't mind a platforming game that prides itself on style, setting, and story more than its technical challenge or gameplay, consider picking this one up. As an added bonus, the physical Steelbook edition of the game is also one of the best looking cases I have in my entire collection. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out.